Hello and welcome to my channel, The Solar Scribe. Today is the 9th of January and there's a couple of things I want to say. First of all, apologies if you can't see the screen very well. If there's a lot of reflection going on. It's a very, very sunny day here and I've looked around the room and this is probably the darkest place in the room at the minute, so you can still listen to it if you can't really see the cards, but yeah, apologies for that. So Archangel Gabriel's been very busy giving me messages this morning. I am the Solar Scribe, and so I've written them down, and I'm going to show you what I've written, which is there. My writing is atrocious. It's always been very untidy, so you probably can't make out what it says, but I'm going to go through it. So numbers are playing a very important role in this new energy that we're coming into on the 10th and the 12th. I'll show you the numbers in a sec when I do it on the other side. Stop playing small. It's time for everybody who is capable of doing to step up and start doing their bit. Now that may sound a bit harsh, it's not something I would normally say, but in terms of what is happening on the planet at the minute, we are being told as everybody who is capable of doing something needs to start doing it. Hence why I've started doing this channel. As I said in my first video, I was very reticent about doing this and Archangel Gabriel said, no, come on, you're doing it anyway. So here I am. So that might be a little bit of encouragement possibly to people, starseeds, anybody, galactics, if you work with elementals, whatever you're doing. Doesn't have to be a YouTube channel, doesn't have to be working with the public. It can be going out into nature, it can be sending love to the planet, it can be helping your neighbour next door. We all need to step up and start doing and come out of this energy of waiting for it. It's here now. And what he's saying is the timelines that are playing out at the minute, and don't forget, everything happens all at once. The past, present and future are all now. Which is difficult for our 3D minds to get our brains around, but it's, you know, that's the way the universe works, that's the way energy works, that's the way it is. So the time is now. We need to start doing it now. I've put timelines. This is mine. Everybody's on their own timeline, and you create what is in your timeline. So if you look at if you're constantly looking at the news and diving into the fear energy, nothing wrong with that, absolutely fine if that's what you want to do. However, you're building your timeline along that, because since 2012 we've been building our own timelines, because before 2012 there was a general consensus that the planet would transform and go back to, you know, the way that it was before. I don't want to say the word destruction, but there was a lot going on, and now we've passed that point. We need to be looking at what's in our hearts, what's in our minds, what are we creating. The word creation comes up very strongly as well. The other thing is colour. When we get up in the morning, we probably open a wardrobe door and just pick something out, something that's suitable for the weather, something that's practical. If you work in an industry where you have a uniform on, obviously you've no control over that, but you do a little bit, because you can still pick underwear that's a certain colour, you can pick socks that are a certain colour, you can choose a scarf that's a certain colour. Think about the colours that you are choosing, which will give an indication of to the energy of the mood that you are in and whether you need to shift that or not. So if you're wearing black a lot, obviously if there's been a bereavement or something, that's different. But if you're wearing black a lot, that means you're shrouding yourself. You're going within. It's the void. So look at the colours. I can go through colour, you know, relating to the chakras and relating to other things. But I'm being asked specifically to talk about, be aware of what colours you are choosing. And just because it's winter doesn't mean you can't wear yellow and orange. You might feel a bit bright and need your sunglasses on, but, you know, have a look at that. The other thing is make small changes. So encouragement is to, when you get up in the morning, you stir your drink with your left hand rather than your right hand. When you're buttering your toast or whatever you're doing, use a different hand. When you are going outside, go a different way. Drive a different way to work if you can. These are all really small things that will constantly change your energy in your energy field. We are creatures of habit, and we get up in the morning, and you could probably do most of the things that you do in the first hour with your eyes shut. So you will get up, probably have a shower, have your breakfast, choose your clothes for work, and it's all done on, you know, maybe get the kids ready for school. It's all on automatic pilot, so it's making the effort to think, I'm going to change that, I'm going to put that somewhere else, I'm going to have a different breakfast this morning, all these very small changes allow bigger things to come in, allow bigger energy to come in, is what Archangel Gabriel's saying. Okay, the next one, Marina Jacobi. I love this woman. She's amazing. She's on YouTube. She's doing everything from the heart, everything that she gives. People donate money or, you know, whatever, in terms of how the information has helped them. She's going down a very difficult path, which is the one that I'm doing as well. And what she channels 11th dimensional beings, and she's very, very in tune with the galactics. So if you feel called to look at her work, I really recommend that you do. She really opened my mind to a lot of things that I'd shut down, really. I think as galactic starseeds, we shut some stuff down because it's easier just to carry on and do what everybody else is doing. But nobody is like anybody else. Everybody is different and unique. We are one, yes, we are one, but we are all a unique perspective of source, is what Archangel Gabriel is saying, and we need to start expressing that. Okay, so a little cautionary tale for you all. Yesterday I spoke about grounding, and I did ground, and I have I can show it to you. I have this elemental spray from the Amanda Ellis website, Angelic Celestial Colours. I love her sprays and I use them a lot. I have a lot of different ones, and I used this yesterday and this still happened to me, so I'm going to tell you what that was. So I went out in the afternoon. I was walking along quite merrily, and I really don't know what happened. Either I lost my footing or well, I definitely lost my footing. I'm not sure how, but I just ended up falling to the ground full length on the floor. I'm in my 50s, so it was a bit of a shock. And a really lovely young person who was just in a school uniform, he was stood on the other corner of the street, and he saw me go down. And I quickly got back up because obviously I was a bit embarrassed and I didn't want people to see that I'd fallen. And he just looked across, and we looked at each other in the eyes, and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm fine, thank you." And that touched my heart, because young people sometimes do get a bad deal, and we think, you know, that they're so self-absorbed and they don't notice anything, and they've got their earphones in all the time and they're on their phones. And he was such a lovely soul, and for a second we just had that eye connection, which is what I was talking about with Isis yesterday, looking into the eyes of somebody's soul. And I've no doubt that he would have helped me if I'd have needed it. But I do have quite a big graze on my right knee, and I got the message that was an inner child wound. So it felt a bit like I was 7, like a 7-year-old looking down at my wound, my war wound. And the message was that I've got some more inner child work to do, which I know I have. I know that. And sometimes your inner being, alongside of spirit and the angels or whoever you're working with, will give you a bit of a jolt and say, look, you know, come on, you've been saying that you're going to do this and you haven't done it, so you need to do it. So I'll be doing some inner child work later, just to delve deeper into what that is. Okay, I think we're done for the messages. Oh, just about the numbers on the other side. So the 10th of the 1st, 2020. Yeah, so we've got master number 11, we've got the master number 22, and we've also got 4 zeros. And when you have the zeros, that's the 0 point energy, which obviously for 2020 that's going to be the case anyway. This is the twin flame energy, which I talked about yesterday for some, and that's the 0 point energy. So it's a reset. We're resetting this year. It is amazing. It's already here. It's amazing energy. Not necessarily amazing in terms of if you've fallen flat on your face, you know, but we all have to take responsibility for what's happening in our lives and what's going on. But the 10th, which is tomorrow, where I am in the UK, because it's the 9th today, I'm right in saying that, aren't I? Yeah. It's 2 master numbers and the 0 point energy, so it's a very, very strong magnetic energy tomorrow. So Archangel Gabriel's just saying as well, you know, be very aware of your thoughts. Make sure that you are grounding, and make sure that you are drinking plenty of water, but also that your thoughts are, you know, keep them as high vibe as you can under the circumstances, because you're gonna need to do that to stay focused, I'm being told. Okay, so he said his bet. Right, let's look at the cards. Let's see what Ascended Masters we've got for today, and I'll also pull an angel card as well. Okay, that's the first one. Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. So this is the 3rd day this message has come out, and she is a very, very strong energy. Soul Flame, which is what I've just been saying about the 22. And then we've got, oh, beautiful, Green Tara. So Green Tara, again, I've been talking about grounding and Mother Earth. I love how the cards just completely, she came out yesterday and I put her back, and she's back again today. So I'm going to bring her out because she's being very insistent. So I'm going to put her there. And finally, I forgot to get him out actually. Anybody's thinking, yeah, oh, charming, you know, I'm your guide and you forgot to get me out. But it was Katumi that I forgot to get. I'm just trying to find him now. Goodness, he's hiding. Maybe he doesn't want to come out today. Actually, he doesn't. Oh, right, okay. He's just saying, no, I don't want to. He doesn't need to, is what he's saying. I don't need him. When I did the first 2 videos, I felt like I needed his energy just to, you know, give me a bit of courage. What I was saying yesterday about courage. But today he's saying, you don't need me. You're doing perfectly well on your own. It's fine. You've got Ascended Master energy. You've got Archangelic and Galactic energy. You're absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to crack on. So, who have we got? Who do we want to do first? Okay, Green Tara. So she's basically saying, You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. And also, I want to say about the grounding as well. Again, because of my fall yesterday, we need to ground quite a bit. Get this energy down into the body. You know, I've spent most of my life living in my upper chakras, with the angelics and, you know, Yeshua, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and I've had to really learn this year to bring my energy back down into my body. The body is the portal. The body will carry you through. The body is the vessel. If you didn't have this body, you wouldn't be able to experience what you're going through at this time, whether that's joy, pain, sorrow, fear, whatever it is. You need this body, because once it goes, obviously your spirit, your soul goes back, you know, and transcends. So honour the body, give the body plenty of water. I've started asking my body what it needs. If I'm saying it like it's not a part of me, but I know that it is. So I'll say to my body, what would you like for breakfast? What would honour you the most? What do you need? And if we do that, then the body starts responding and says, oh, okay, I'm actually being listened to now. You're actually listening to what I've been saying all along, that I am your portal. You can get to wherever you want to go through me, through the body. So that's Green Tara's message. She's saying, honour Mother Earth, honour your body. And do kind of what we talked about yesterday. Go out into nature. You can, you know, sit against a tree, plant some soil. If you go and look at my video yesterday, it gives a bit more guidance on that. But yeah, that's what she's basically saying. Apologies if the screen was shaking then. I wasn't sure why that was happening, but something was going on there. Okay, so let's go to Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. I love this energy. She's so strong. She's saying, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. What were we say? I was saying this yesterday and the day before. Speak your truth. It's time for us to step up and face the fear. We're not doing this playing small anymore. We were never meant to, but we did it because when we got onto the planet, a lot of us were shell-shocked. We were kind of like, what? Oh my word, what is happening? What is going on here? We don't understand it. Why are these things happening to us? Especially the really sensitive empaths among us. But that's fine, you know, because we've experienced things, we've learned things along the way. And what we need to learn now is we need to step up past that boundary and start doing. Anything else Joan of Arc wants to say? Oh, okay, so she's got the 2020, she's got the 2 and the 2 and the 0. So that's 2020. She's saying this is our year, guys. This is our 2020 year. And all this armour that she's wearing, if you look, although she's got the armour on, so it's protecting her, all of this is unprotected. So if she was going into battle, she would have, her face would be fully covered. And it's not. So basically what she's saying is, show your true face to the world. Show your true energy to the world. Show your voice and show who you are. And if you look at her throat chakra, she's got like a gold sphere there. With a little, I think it's fleur-de-lis or something, I'm not sure what that is. But she's basically saying, yeah, show your truth, speak your truth to the world. And show your face to the world and who you are. Amazing message, that. Anything else from Joan of Arc? Okay, she's giving a nod to Noah's Ark, who Noah. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, I'm not going to go down that route. I'm just going to say, give you the message what she's giving me. And she's basically saying that Noah was looked after the animals. And she's saying, although she's aware that a lot of people are in a lot of pain about the animals in Australia, and rightly so. She's basically saying, please transcend that and send loving energy to Australia, regardless of what you think about the Prime Minister, regardless of what you think about in the media. People are saying, you know, fires were started on purpose. There's other things going on. She's saying, please just put that to one side if you can and send loving energy to Australia. Energetic, loving energy to the animals. And, you know, kind of transcend the fear. Again, Kalimar's coming in and saying you need to transcend that fear. Okay, so, yeah, so that's Joan of Arc. Okay, Radha, Soul Flame. Now, she doesn't, for me personally, she doesn't come out very often. She's kind of a bit of a new energy to me. As I said, I wasn't feeling the twin flame energy at all until a few weeks ago, so it's new to me. And she's saying, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationships, harmony and healing. So I rediscovered a part of myself yesterday when I fell, because I rediscovered my inner child wanted my to be looked after, and she wanted my wound cleaning, and she wanted, as a 7-year-old, she wanted to be looked after. Now, this could be something completely different for you. This could be that you are rediscovering a lost part of yourself in terms of relationships. Maybe you want to redefine your relationship in 2020 with a lot of different people, and that will be happening because the old relationships, the old energy and the old timelines have gone now. And it can be a little bit daunting if we're trying to build a new relationship on top of an old one, because we've known that person for a long time. So what you really could do is kind of start from scratch, which is very difficult if you've been with somebody for a long time, including long-term friends and family members or partners. But try and bring in a new energy of, right, we're starting from the soul now. We're starting this relationship from a soul level, and what do we want from it? What can we bring to the table? Speak your truth. As if you watched the video yesterday, it talks about having honest conversations. And I was given 3 words this morning: honesty, integrity and truth. And that's definitely the Joan of Arc energy. And also Kalimar as well. Because it can be fearful to speak your truth, but we need to do it. Okay, so that's the soul flame energy. So we've done 3. Okay, so Kalimar is facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So basically that's what everything that I said earlier before she came out. She obviously wanted to say that we need to step up and we need to pass that fear barrier and we need to start doing. And that's the way we're going to help each other and support each other. She has skeletons, she has skulls here, 4 on each side. So they basically, the 44 is the angelic energy coming in and saying, we will help you, but we will help you to burn away anything that is no longer required in your life, that is holding you back and that you do not need anymore. And Kalimar can be quite an intense, that's the word I'm looking for, an intense energy. And what they're basically saying is, if you don't do it, and it's for your highest good, and your inner being is on board with it, it will be done. And it will be done in a way that maybe isn't necessarily what you would have chosen, but nevertheless it will be done, because you've requested that. You've asked for it. Now, you know, it can be controversial and people will say, well, I didn't ask to be robbed, or I didn't ask to be, you know, whatever it is. But what Kalimar is saying, face that fear and look within and find out what's happening there, like I had to do yesterday with my fall. We've also got the red flowers, which is the energy of the base chakra. There's a lot of base chakra fear going on at the minute, which is about, do I have enough to eat? Will I be able to pay my bills? Will my family be okay? And all this fear, what she's saying, it builds up and builds up and builds up, as you can see. And you can't burn it away because there's too much of it and it's accumulating and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So what she's saying is come into the heart center where these flames are and burn it away. Burn that fear away. You don't need it. It isn't serving you. She's saying the only time fear ever serves you well is when you are in a very, very emergency situation. So there may be somebody chasing you, or you may be being attacked. Something that is really, really rare, but is happening, and that fear will carry you through. Other than that, you don't need it, and you need to burn it off. Okay. Well, that was quite quick today. Okay, so let's choose an Archangel card. As I said yesterday, these are the ones I'm using. Angels of Atlantis by Stuart Pearce, and the Keepers of the Light cards by Carl Gray. Okay, so we're going to get an Archangel message. I'm going to take some water. Right, which Archangel wants to come through today? Okay, any Archangel got a message? Oh, we've got two. Okay. Right, who have we got? We've got Uriel, abundance. Just making sure that you can see those. And we've got Zaphkiel, ecstasy. Beautiful cards. Okay. So let's go to Uriel first, and very clearly this is the portal gateway. This is the 10th and the 12th energy, and look at that. How amazing is that? We've got rainbows, we've got lights, camera, action. Uriel's saying it's time to go. There's no more of this playing small, which is what the other archangels were saying. And also with the tree, this symbolises, Uriel's telling me, the tree of life. This is life. Remember, we're living on this planet. We're all living on it. There's a nod to nature again as well with the green Tara energy. And there's also a very pink ring there, which is a nod to the divine feminine, which is Radha, the soul flame, as well. Anything else you want to say, Uriel? He's saying keep on keeping on. With Uriel, I do always feel that the energy is very ambiguous, so it's masculine and feminine together, mixed together. Oh, okay. And then we've got the green and the pink, which is the higher heart. So again, from the heart, it is this beautiful energy through the gateway of the heart. I've been feeling that very, very strongly these last few days. So that's Archangel Uriel. And then we have Zaphkiel with ecstasy. So with this one, here's the gateway. Okay, we've started the energy, and now the energy's come through. And how beautiful is that? And it's the same thing. We've got the divine feminine here. We've got the sexual energy, which is very, very potent on the planet at the minute. I was having a bit of a chat with Archangel Gabriel this morning, and he basically said anybody that is wanting children. The souls are obviously queuing up to get on the planet anyway. Anybody that doesn't particularly want that nice surprise, they need to be careful, because the sexual energy on this planet at the minute is very, very high. So if you're feeling a little bit amorous, he's laughing because I'm saying I don't really know how to say this without sounding a bit smutty, but if you're feeling a bit amorous, you need to take precautions if you don't want a nice little bundle of joy, because that's what that is. This energy is creation. It's the higher heart, it's the base chakra, we've got all of the chakras here. We've got Speak Your Truth, we've got the blue chakra, we've got the higher heart, the pink, and the green. We've got the orange of energy, which is the second chakra. We've got the base, and yeah, we're covering a lot. We're covering a heck of a lot. And to say the white of spirit here, so this is the crown chakra. So this is where this energy will be coming through. And then blasting its way. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Right, I think that's it for today. I hope this has helped you, this message. As I've said the last 3 days, but I haven't got around to it, I will post my PayPal link on there. If you feel so guided from the heart, remember it's all about the heart. These messages that we give, that I give, from Spirit, from the Archangels, the Galactics and the Ascended Masters. I'm very blessed to be able to do that, and I would like to keep the channel going. So if you feel guided, then do donate, whatever you choose. And I will be doing a message tomorrow because it is the 10th. I have no idea what's going to come in, but I'm getting goosebumps because I have a feeling that it's going to be pretty explosive, but in a really ecstatic and abundant way. Okay, so I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye.